changing unit.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Can you hear me?
Morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Morning, yes, morning here.
Celine, I saw. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Jan. Hello, Vasilin.
Hello together.
You can hear me. Actually, it's a great pleasure for me to start again the project MSG187. And as we see, this time we have a face-to-face meeting with Gwen. Gwen was the first name?
Gauthier. My first name is Gauthier.
Gauthier, sorry.
I think everyone here made the mistake, but it's okay.
Gauthier, yes. And Gauthier is here in Sofia in our studio, and we will work these 3 days actually face-to-face together with our guys from laboratory. That was the main idea actually on this meeting, to organize in hybrid mode. All these things we will say again afternoon. The idea of this 3 days workshop, let's say, or meeting, it's exactly to separate things and to separate groups as we discussed in December and in January, and to start working more practically, actually. From that perspective, Gauthier, Kostadin, Gennady here, and one more person who we will involve for the project, and actually we receive some kind of funding to involve other person, which if we need some kind of help, we can involve some other companies. The idea is exactly to start working on the project and to try to forward a little bit on the initial talks. I saw that we have a good plan. My proposal is afternoon, Gautier and Kostadin, to introduce the plan and actually what as a timeline, how will you see this project, because I think that will be very interesting and very, how to say, not modern, but the top of the edge of, especially for NATO. And we will succeed somehow to fill some gaps for NATO, especially in initial points for database, how to automate, okay, the process for collecting and using of database, and finally the final project is also to include artificial intelligence in this technical architecture, and somehow to finish the full picture of this technical architecture, starting of modeling, simulation, C2 systems, artificial intelligence, database, standard operational procedures, and everything to be included inside this architecture, and to the end to have a different results and especially analysis which will allow us to estimate the influence of different disasters, different impacts of different influence, including solar winds, and space weather, how they impact on the Earth and cause some kind of disasters maybe, or we will see. And if we could find, as we talked in the previous meetings, the correlation between the space weather and disasters of the Earth, it will be, for me, it's really great forward. Even if we found that there is no any kind of correlation, that's again a good result. Anyway, how we will proceed these 3 days, actually, because of the timeline and difference with US 7 hours, we will work here. The technical, if we can say, the technical group will working here in the center. If someone from you or someone else would like to include in the work and to watching the online how they are working and what they are talking and discussing and etc. Maybe we can organize some kind of line for in the laboratory and to be also broadcasted, or just to be online. And if someone have any ideas, could switch and talk with Kostadin, Gautier, Gennady, and someone else. That will be beneficial, of course. The main idea is exactly to see each other, to talk 8 hours per day, and even after work, continue those thoughts and to try to forward us to speed up as fast as we can. Every day, actually today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, at 1600 Central European time, that means 900 US time, 3 p.m. Central European time, we will organize a meeting for 1 hour just to present the results and thoughts and to continue discussions. Of course, it's open if someone would like to present something or have additional presentation, we can include in the agenda. With this one, I think that I cover almost everything. You are invited for our official dinner on Wednesday, all of you. But if you cannot come, we can organize also broadcasting our official dinner. I'm joking, of course. Anyway, any thoughts from you, Thomas?
Just for your information, I think, hopefully you are informed. Last week, we started with the SCI SAS 351, which is Alliance Space Deterrence Framework. And there is, I think, 8 sessions or 8 workshops separately, and one of them is space domain awareness. Maybe there are much important work coming from you, given as an input for this 351. It could be very helpful, and I think this could be great. Have a close connection between our topics.
Of course, we can. As I know, yesterday we received also the invitation for NATO MSG business meeting, which will be 9 to 13 of May in Rome. And there is also symposium. Maybe we can write some initial article for this symposium and present it. Why not? Also we can continue over there to this MSG business meeting, our discussion and thoughts. Of course, that we will be connected. Actually, that is one. If it's possible to send me. To send to all of the group, actually, what you said, because we should include in our report for NMSG business meeting relation with other groups and other initiatives and how they are working together. That will be useful for me.
I will inform Susanne Verwill. She's head of the group of these 341 group. And I asked her to send you all the information about the topics and the contents so that everybody is informed. I will do.
Yes, definitely. And actually, you present in our groups, and if you see something what is important and could be related to other group, you can say exactly this one I would like to be presented on the next our meeting on the other groups. Okay. Who else? Jan? Any thoughts, Jan, or something to say? Is it Jan? Or
Yes.
Yes. Jens. Sorry. Yes. It's far away the monitor and I can. Sorry. Yeah.
Nothing from me so far. So I'm looking, and I think there will be some sessions today in the evening or in the afternoon with some results, and I hope then it will be interesting.
Exactly. As I mentioned, at 1600, 4 p.m. Eastern European time. That is 3 p.m. Central European time. We will broadcasting and we will start our presentation for how it for wrap up actually from the day and to present what the technical group already have made and present the results and the future activities. Yes.
Yes, great. I will be there.
Yes. Someone else, Veselin, or maybe someone. Sean is here. Veselin or Sean? Carlo.
Carlo. Good morning. No. Yeah. I will participate. I'm really interested also because it's a very hectic day, obviously, and so I will attend the wrap up. It's really interesting for the way out and continuation of this activity. I have the invitation, and I will try to give my contribution during the wrap up. Thank you very much for all the work that you are doing.
Yeah, actually, that is exactly what we are trying. We saw that 1 year we a little bit lost in the theoretical part of our group.
Exactly.
And we should start from some point. I don't know what will be the final result of the group, even. I hope that this will be just a part of our final result and very variable. And maybe in next 2 years, we can discover new topics, new ideas, new initiatives, and we can include in our groups actually the thematic of our group is endless, as a space is endless, and the thematic of this one is absolutely endless, and we can discover, I'm sure actually, because when someone started to digging in some areas, it's coming new things, new thoughts, new ideas, and I'm sure that will appear maybe in the middle of the year some new initiatives, and everyone could find a benefit for himself. Someone else? Veselin?
Hello, from the Bulgarian space cluster Castra, representing the business part. Thank you for the very good initiative and work done to organize this event, and I see a very good direction this activity is going forward with road mapping and thinking of practical outcome. That's really critical because we need to focus on solving specific issues at the end of the day. We all understand this is not like a research group, but a group that is interested to develop an approach or methodologies or specific solutions that can be used in the practical side. From business point of view, of course, dual use and security is a big potential to develop innovative solutions. And specifically, I wanted to mention about the space situation awareness and space traffic management, which are really related to space weather, although not directly, but I mean they're based on space weather thing, one part, and these are hot topics nowadays for industry. Protecting all this satellite infrastructure and space weather, space environment is affecting a lot. So our recommendation is also to consider looking at the effect of space weather studies on practical space operations, space traffic management, etc., because those are really very, very needed areas which are not well covered nowadays. And there is, of course, a gap between the research and the practical implementation of things. There's a lot of data, a lot of studies on the space weather, but there are still weak links on how this knowledge could be translated to some specific activities. So we'll be glad to be part of this discussion these days. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you very much for these gaps and these ideas. My asking is just to find time to write on by email and to send to us also these topics which you propose, just to find and when we are working. The technical group when it's working, just to include in the research also.
If I may,
Please.
Yes, this is a very interesting point, because one of the problems that I have today is that in parallel I'm involved in this STM spaceway study, which is on this specific topic, and so also on my side, from Italy and from Telespazio, my company. I posed the point also in this project, which is an European project, to consider the effect and threats which are posed by space weather also on the space traffic management, and try to have a more and more operational approach instead of having a lot of general consideration about rules, about all the aspects that are quite theoretical, instead of having a very clear understanding, a global understanding for all the aspects of SSA. I would like to say, for what concerns the interest of the space operators and the protection from space threats. This is a very, I completely agree with that. Selin, and this is a very good point. Yes, I would like to say that.
Yeah, I think that this point is included somehow in the research, because according to space weather, our idea is to see the influence and the impacts on the Earth, how the space weather impacts on the Earth, and what could be dangerous points. And it's obvious that we know about that there is some kind of influence, but exactly this technical group is their task is to make it more practical way, because we already developed this kind of technical architecture for disasters and models and etc., and including and to visualize some common operational picture on decision maker. From that perspective, my expectation actually from the technical group is exactly to see and to develop this technical architecture on level that will provide the information to the decision makers exactly what will be the impact on the space weather, and could react very fast, and if they receive appropriate person in appropriate time, appropriate data. From that perspective, I think that exactly this technical group will develop that kind of architecture. But let's give also the floor on our technical experts, starting who would like? Okay, Kostadin.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to everyone. I'm very happy that we are starting so productive. First of all, I have to disagree with actually with all of you that it's very practical. Actually, usage of artificial intelligence is always very practical. At the same time, if we succeed to achieve any kind of results, searching for correlations between space weather and processes on Earth, it will give us huge opportunity for absolutely scientific research and analysis, which will be based on another kind of modeling, not based on artificial intelligence. We planned this meeting to be done in two separate streams, let's say. The first one will be performed in our ops lab, and we have also some plans with Gautier about it. Of course, we started our preparation, I think, a month ago or something like this. So we are ready to start immediately some tests of our hardware, software already installed, and my intention is to have a sequence of very practical things, then discussing our plan, because as our director and chairman said, we have to propose also plan or our schedule, how we are going to conduct the whole research. I already heard very useful proposals and thoughts. I'll be very glad when I'm able to see them reported in the group or written somewhere. In order to keep this dynamic, I will propose tomorrow morning to start again with such session
We can discuss afternoon session and
yes, and to have the opportunity again, not only to report what we've done, because we're going to do it in the afternoon, but also to see how our ideas evolved and what is the progress of the group. And as Colonel Nicole said, you will have also opportunity to observe or to monitor, to be part of our technical team. If you have any suggestions, proposals, we will try to embed them into our framework.
Yep.
Thank you.
we can use the same link actually and to leave it open through the day and just to open in the laboratory.
Yes, thank you, sir. I would like to make it very practical. First, everybody who has something to share with us, to make it with presentations or just with ideas. Arali or somebody else could write all these things reported, and then to discuss them.
Okay.
And of course, we have also planned a session about our capabilities with Dimension Technical Platform and how we could support this very conceptual ideas to estimate the impact of the space weather, where the focus is, of course, military operation or disaster management. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Well, nothing.
He said everything.
I think he said almost everything. No, I would have maybe one last larger perspective remarks regarding our activities. The NATO launched officially last week the technical group dedicated to military space weather, the MILSWIX technical panel that I attended last week, that is dedicated to interoperability and product sharing with NATO allies. So in this perspective, producing something linked to weather modeling, especially if it concerns data of the member states, could be a very interesting opportunity to valorize the results we can obtain.
Perfect. Great. I think that NATO will continue more and more to stress on the space weather and that kind of activities. And maybe we are, thanks to Dan for creating this group, actually, maybe we are one chess before them, I would say.
One step.
One step, okay. One step in advance. Okay. Someone else? Any? Angela? Yeah, I saw you. I miss you. Where is Angela? And Cyril. Angela, can you hear us? No. Okay. Any final thoughts before to close the morning session? From you, roundtable? Yes? Any?
No.
No, thank you.
Let's see.
Sean?
It's okay.
Thank you. Veselin? Carlo?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
activity.
Angela? Just to hear you. No, unfortunately not. Someone from here, if you would like to say something? No?
It's very good.
Okay, then let's start work. Actually, you start work. we start work, and it will be very interesting afternoon session. It's written something in the chat, but it's very far away. I cannot read it.
That's technical trouble.
Technical problem. Okay. Then see you in the afternoon at 3 p.m. Central European Time, 4 p.m. Eastern European Time, and 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern American Time. I don't know what is the right. Yeah, but East Coast, I think, is 7 hours behind us. Okay, thank you, and see you in afternoon. Bye. Bye till.
Thanks. See you. Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye.